Most ghost stories tend to be about scary apparitions haunting and frightening people. But not all ghosts set out to be evil. Here's a story that is very creepy, but demonstrates that ghosts can be helpful as well. It's called The Inn at the End of the Lane. Erica and her mother were going on vacation. Mom had made plans for them to visit Aunt Jill. Aunt Jill lived in a quaint little town near the ocean. The drive to Aunt Jill's would take them several hours. The sky was gloomy as they departed. When they finally got onto the interstate, it was already late afternoon. As they headed north, it started to rain. Erica's mom flipped on the car's windshield wipers. At first, just big, fat droplets splashed slowly against the windshield. But then suddenly the sky opened up and raindrops began to pound against the car fast and furious. "It's raining buckets," said Erica's mom. "I can hardly see." "Maybe we should pull over," Erica said. Erica was scared. They were still several hours from Aunt Jill's house, and worst of all, they seemed to be stuck in the middle of nowhere. "Oh, look up there," Erica's mom said. She was squinting, trying to see through the rain. "There's an inn up ahead. Perhaps we could stay there tonight." Erica felt relieved as they pulled up to a quaint farmhouse. It was white with red shutters and a big, friendly red door. The house looked very inviting. Erica and her mother grabbed their suitcases and rushed through the rain to the front porch. Thankfully, the porch was covered, providing shelter from the downpour. Mom rang the doorbell. Before long, they heard footsteps in the hall. The door opened. "Welcome," said the innkeeper as she opened the door. "Please come in and make yourselves at home." "We'd like a room for the evening," said Erica's mother. "I sure hope you still have one available." "Certainly, dear," the innkeeper said. "This is quite a storm we're having." "It sure is," said Erica. The lady led the travelers to a cozy upstairs bedroom. Erica was pleased to see a giant bed with a wonderful fluffy comforter. As she listened to the thunder outside, she could hardly wait to snuggle under the warm, dry covers. The next morning, Erica awoke to the sound of birds chirping and the sun shining. The terrible storm was over. Erica and her mother walked downstairs. The inn's parlor looked even lovelier in the bright morning light, but there didn't seem to be anyone around. "Hello?" called out Erica's mother. There was no answer. Erica and her mother did a quick search around the house, but there was no sign of the lady that had let them in last night. Erica's mother shrugged her shoulders. "Maybe she went out for groceries," she said. "We can just leave some money and a note." She rummaged through her purse for some cash and a piece of paper. She wrapped the note around the money, and then they were off again. After driving a few miles down the road, they stopped for gas. A young man ran out from the gas station to fill up the car. "Good morning," the young man said. "Good morning," said Erica's mom. "Fill her up, please." "Ah, you betcha," said the young man. "Say, you didn't happen to drive through that terrible storm last night, did you?" "As a matter of fact, we did," said Erica's mom. "Luckily, we spotted that charming little inn just a few miles back." The young man stopped pumping gas and turned to look at them. "You don't mean the white farmhouse with the red shutters and the big red door, do you?" he asked. "Why, yes," Erica's mother replied. "The hostess was so nice. It was the most pleasant night's sleep I've had in ages. It's too bad that she wasn't there this morning." "That's Mrs. Flattery," the young man said. His face had turned a ghostly white. "She was asleep in bed when her inn burned down. That was just a few days ago." Erica's mother thought the young man was joking, but she could tell from the look on his face that he was not. "Let's drive back, Mom," said Erica. "It'll only take a few minutes." They paid the young man for the gas and turned the car around. Erica held her breath as they approached the inn. When they pulled into the driveway, she could not believe her eyes. Sure enough, the old farmhouse was burned, just like the young man said. "How can that be?" Erica stammered in disbelief. We were just there." The porch that had protected them from the rain was now sagging and burned. The windows were all broken. Carefully, Erica made her way to the opening where the front door used to be. Then she gasped. There before her was the hall table, and on the table, still neatly wrapped around the money, was the note that her mother had left.